Welcome back to the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. Let's take a look at Oklahoma's lineup. Larry Koshel, in his fourth year with the Sooners, has a 47-17 club, the only coach to bring 3 different schools to the series. A change in left. Dustin Hanson leads it off for Oklahoma. He's a junior. Right fielder Darvin Traylor is the second batter. He leads the club at .355. Senior Rick Gutierrez bats third. He's the Big 8 Player of the Year. Damon Miner is the cleanup man. As the DH, he leads the club with 13 homers. Shortstop Rich Hills bats fifth. The junior is hitting .346. The number 6 man is Chip Glass, a senior. He's the team's center fielder. Third baseman M.J. Mariani hits in the 7 hole. He's a junior. Ryan Miner, Damon's twin brother, is 8th in the order and will play first base. And batting ninth, the freshman catcher, Javier Flores.
And the Sooners will be facing junior right-hander Billy Neal. Already has 1 win in this College World Series. He features a sinking-type fastball. He's not overpowering. They're pretty good breaking stuff, but he changes speeds really well. Doing the catching is Todd Cady with a couple of homers in this College World Series. At first base is Damon Lemby. At second base is Todd Del Nos. And swinging a hot bat at short is Randy Benton. Antone Williamson hitting a cool .500 is at third. And in left field with 2 assists is Billy McGonigal. Jacob Cruz starting to heat up with a bat is in center. And the best arm on this team in right, Scott Shores.
Thomas in left field, who's been in a little bit of a slump. So trying to get some production from the leadoff. That's got to be Oklahoma's advantage, Fred.
Yeah, that's the first time that we've seen the wind blow in to start a ball game. Usually it's blowing from right to left.
Breaking ball wrapped down to third. Antone Williamson comes up. They have to make the tag over at first. Lemby does it. There's 1 gone. Carrying crew today behind home plate out of La Mesa, California, Dan Peterson. Gainesville, Florida's own John Magnuson at first. Tim Henderson from Austin, Texas at second. And Bob Nelson from Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania is the third base umpire.
Not going to affect his hitting that much because he doesn't have to put that much weight on it. But it will affect his base running ability.
Overpowering, 83 strikeouts and 110 innings pitched. Smashed for a base hit into right field. Scott Shores gets it back in a hurry, and Darvin Traylor is on with his 3rd hit of the College World Series. Bat down as if to bunt. If you hit like that, the coach will be going up and down the bench spraining everybody's ankles. There's of pitchers, guys who get down in the dirt and pick balls and throw. Runner goes. Hit through the hole on a hit and run into right field. Traylor hesitated on his way to third. The throw is cut off. Now, that ankle may have bothered him a little bit around second base.
Their game plan, run him as soon as he can.
There he goes. They fake the throw through. And an uncontested steal for Rick Gutierrez, his 32nd of the season. So now Miner has 2 runners in scoring position the entire time.
Yeah, he was running towards second with his head towards Cady, and he was looking for the throw. It looked like he was going to stop.
Miner hits it on 1 hop. This will get a run home. Damon Lemby makes the play at first to get the second out, but Darvin Traylor scores easily from third base.
See what he's done, 429, a nifty 429, plus he's played well in the field, so they're getting a lot of production out of their shortstop.
Takes a high fastball, hammers it right back to the mound. Billy Neal will make the easy toss to first. Top half of the first is over, but Oklahoma breaks on top, 1-0. The Sun Devils 45-17 on the year. Head coach Jim Brock in his 23rd season with 2 national titles. Scott Shores, the home run leader, a .319 hitter, will play right. DH Sean Tyler hits in the 2nd spot. The senior is the stolen base leader. Conference Player of the Year Jacob Cruz is 3rd. The junior is in center. Switch hitting catcher Todd Cady is the cleanup man. Batting 5th, the first-round draft choice Antone Williamson at 3rd. Junior Damon Lemby, a .367 hitter, is 6th. He'll play first base. 7th in the order, left fielder Billy McGonigal, a senior. Todd Del Nos, the number 8 man, he'll play second base. And batting 9th is shortstop Randy Benton.
The Sun Devils will be facing sophomore Mark Redmond. He has a win in this series as well, striking out 11 hitters and has 130, a single-season record for his Oklahoma Sooners. Does it with a pretty good fastball, changes speeds very well, has good control. Doing the catching is freshman Javier Flores. At first base is sophomore Ryan Miner. At second base, hitting a cool .625 in the College World Series is Rick Gutierrez. At short is Rich Hills. Third base is MJ Mariani. And in left field is Dustin Hanson. In center field, the only Sooner with a homer in this series is Chip Glass. And in right field, showing no ill effects with that sprained ankle, is Darvin Traylor.
A combination of flu symptoms and not hitting all that well. I think much more the former than the latter.
A few more pitches, which I think is the right thing to do.
Shores hits it on a line to left, and Hanson can't get there. One hop off the wall. Hanson falls down and left. And Shores, with only his second hit of the College World Series, a ringing one-hop double off the left field wall. The runner over. 14th double of the year for Shores and his 43rd extra base hit. And he came inside with the heat and got him.
His last ball game, so he's starting to heat it up.
Pac-10 Southern Division Player of the Year. Off speed, hit down to first. Ryan Miner will take himself 2 gone as Shores goes over to third. If you haven't been with us all week, here's what Arizona State has done. They have beaten Miami twice, 4-0 and 9-5. Lost a heartbreaker to Oklahoma, 4-3 in 11. That was a sensational ball game. Tremendous relief pitching from both clubs. Outstanding defense. And Redmond looks like he has as good a stuff as he did the other night.
He's popping the ball. We can hear it from up here, and we're about 100 feet above home plate, as far away from us as they can.
Hit hard to deep center field. Glass going back and now puts on the brakes. The wind held it up, and Glass able to get back near the warning track to make the catch. So a threat from Arizona State, but no runs. It's 1-0, end of 1.
Saving catch against ASU with bases loaded. He gets a great jump on this ball and lays out. And actually, that catch saved the victory because they won 4-3, and there was 3 men on with 2 outs, and maybe all 3 of those runners would have scored. This young man can go get them.
Well, if you're a center fielder, I just wish he would have hit down more on the ball throughout his collegiate career. He may have added 30, 40 points to his batting average.
Well, sometimes the worst thing a little guy can do is hit one over the fence, because for the next week or so, he said, oh, that wasn't so hard. I think I'll try that. And that's not his game. His game is hit the ball on the ground and run.
2-1 to Glass. This one's hit in the air very deep. It's out of here. Against the wind. Chip Glass with his 5th home run of the year, his 2nd of the College World Series. And he got all of that one, buddy.
Well, I guess he showed me. Well, signed for Billy Neal as Darvin Traylor hit a line drive in the first inning, and now this is the second ball hit in the air.
Mariani struggled a little bit this year, had a fractured thumb early in the season, missed 8 games, but that's a little tough to come back from a hit. Smoked it short and through Randy Benton. They are hitting it on the nose.
About the ASU attack, it's starting to come alive, and they've hit almost 70 home runs as a team this year, so a 2-run lead means nothing to them.
Hit high in the air to dead center. Jacob Cruz camping under it. 1 gone. Well, if you're Oklahoma, you have to feel pretty good right now. They're undefeated. They beat this team once, and they're up on them 2-0 in the 2nd inning. Oklahoma in the College World Series. Redmond got the win in the first game as they beat Auburn 5-4. Gutierrez, our player of the game, 2 for 4 against Arizona State in that 11-inning beauty. And then there would only be 2 teams left in the College World Series. Hit to straightaway center. Cruz only had to move a step. And Flores is gone.
Oh, and induced ground balls.
And it's a great idea here, especially with the long grass in the infield. In fact, that the ball will carry if you get it. Dustin Hansen 0 for 1 comes up the second time as we go back to the top of the order. And he smoked one right back up the middle. Safe at first base. Now, Billy Neal's lucky he can walk away from that one.
Billy Neal, and once again, the ball is up in the zone. It's tailing, but it's not sinking. And here is a shot. And I'm not quite sure that Billy Neal got any leather on that baby. We'll have to assume and hit him in the belt buckle.
I'll tell you what, baseball players have the cruelest sense of humor in the world. You're going to hear hoots and hollers, not only from the other dugout, but from his own dugout. Get down toward first. Damon Lemby comes up. He'll make the play himself. So Oklahoma strands 2, but they get another run. And going to the bottom of the second, it's 2-0 Sooners. Williamson has been murdered here in the College World Series. That's his season average at 365. There for a called strike from Redmond, who was given up a hit in the first inning. Now as we go to the bottom of the second. Well, there's a guy who's got to be full of superstitions.
Oh, you bet.
Off-speed pitch hit into right field. Base hit. Second hit of the game for the Sun Devils of Arizona State. And
Vern Rule, the next major leaguer, used to do that quite well. And a lot of times as a hitter, when you see a changeup, you automatically assume the next pitch is going to be a fastball. So when you double up, it really puts a monkey wrench into the hitter's thinking.
Fastball, runner goes, throw down, and he is out of there. Why?
Here's a fastball blown right by Lemby. Flores comes out, and he has a quick release with something on it.
Come on, come on. Is after one on the outside part of the plate, grounds it to Gutierrez, and he throws him out, 2 gone. And the changeup, the bat head has been pointed directly at the pitcher before the ball gets there. This one's hit high in the air towards shortstop. Rich Hill's back on the grass, makes the catch. Oklahoma gives up a base hit, but no runs, and the Sooners lead at the end of 2-0. Top of the third, the Sooners already have 5 hits through 2 innings off of Billy Neal.
Yeah, Mike, not only is he a great offensive player, but defensively he's only made 5 errors and 344 chances.
Smashes this one in the gap to right center. All the way to the wall. Jacob Cruz has a little trouble with it. He's going to try for third now. He races back to second base. Made the big turn under a full head of steam and saw the sign from Larry Koshel at third.
I picked him up as soon as I was getting close to second base because I knew I had second already.
Oh, smoked, but it's hooking. Foul ball.
Ooh. But a guy 6'7" hits one well. Oh.
Nobody out in the Oklahoma third inning trying to give themselves a pad. This one's hit to deep left. McGonigal all the way back on a warning track. That's a little ugly. This one's hit towards short. Randy Patton throws him out. Gutierrez, who was running at the crack of the bat, went to third.
We see.
Glass hits it through for the base hit. 3-0 Oklahoma. Chip Glass 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, Chip Glass had a good year offensively before they got here, but was struggling at a 200 clip. But today he's looked like a world beater, and that's the game that Chip Glass has to put into his arsenal right there. Sharply hit grounders.
Glass at first has good speed. He's running on the pitch, and he'll be in there without a throw as Katie couldn't come up with one in the dirt. Ball. And they've got a chance number 4, Mariani makes the wide turn and retreats to first base. And Billy Neal is being rocked high as they can get, leading 4-0 in the third. And Billy Neal is gone for the Sun Devils.
Face the lineup one time because he is not overpowering at all. In fact, he features his changeup and his curveball early in the lineup to set up his, as Kinneberg used to say, his soft fastball. So they're trying to throw a little bit of off speed at him, and maybe they can get the Oklahoma Sooners out in front a little bit.
Downstairs, nice scoop. The runner goes, and the throw got him. Todd Katie with a throw to the second base side of the bag on a pitch down in the dirt. He handled that one beautifully and throws out Mariani to end the inning. But 2 more for Oklahoma, and the Sooners lead it 4-0. Bottom of the third, Oklahoma with a 4-0 lead over Arizona State. Right now, let's check in with our buddy Larry Conley. Larry?
Thanks, Mike. I'm sitting here with Jan Redmond, and obviously your son doing very well today, and you told me before we went on that you're not as nervous today as you were in the Auburn game, right?
Well, I'm still nervous, but not as bad as on Saturday. It's still nerve-wracking to sit here and watch him.
You see him a lot during the season?
No, I wasn't able to see him but for one other game this season, so this is real special to be here.
Well, that's terrific. It's always nice to talk to moms. We talk to a lot of dads, but moms have an awful lot of influence on their children, too.
All right, thanks, Larry. And they've already collected 8 hits and 4 runs, and Arizona State limited to 2 hits by Mark Redmond. Hit him.
And he recognized it as a breaking ball. I think he tried to move.
Betten, who has had a good College World Series after hitting .298 during the year. He's 4 for 12 here.
Weakness.
Fastball hit back up the middle, could be 2. And it is. 6-4-3 tailor-made double play as Randy Betten bounces it to Rich Hills. He gives it to Gutierrez and over to Minor. Club so much better when he became the leadoff hitter. Struck him out. So Redmond hits the first batter, but gets the double play and the strikeout at the end of 3, 4-0. Situation for Bill Kinneberg, you know, doing his best to coach the ball club, and certainly he's been an integral part of the program with Jim Brock's illness, but you still have to feel the void no matter what.
Well, plus, you know, it's a tough job for him because he has to focus the kids' attention to the job at hand, and anytime you're playing with emotion at such an emotional level, it's very, very hard to control.
And the 33 on the back of the hats, that's the uniform number of head coach Jim Brock. And there you see the numbers on his brilliant career. 63 major league players have come through there. This one's chopped to third, and Antone Williamson will throw out Ryan Minor for the first out of the inning. He really dissolved that. He said it was a self-imposed thing because he wanted to be a lot like Frank Bush, who was such a tough guy as the Arizona State football coach. And you got the feeling that Jim Brock always wanted to be kind of a softy, but would never let himself be. And he said he's became a lot more like that this year in Oklahoma, a sophomore. Only had 2 homers this year. One came in the regionals against Texas. Reaches, tries to pull one. They'll get the force at second, back to first, not in time. Went after an outside pitch and just jerked it to the shortstop.
Surprised that with the stolen base average of Dustin Hansen that he hasn't been sent here.
There he goes. And the throw got in there. The shortstop dropped the ball anyway. Huh? Not a bad throw by Katie. And Traylor will draw the free pass.
That works.
Yes, sir. High and deep to center field, but Cruz has room. So they strand 2 more, but Oklahoma still leads it 4-0.
And they've already seen him once. They know what he throws, his velocity, and now we'll see if they can make the adjustment.
Sean Tyler, one of his 2 strikeout victims, will lead it off.
Far away from the zone that the hitters can't touch you.
Or inside. Here's the 3-1 to Tyler. Walked him. Release, and you're down 4-0.
Yeah, you better have watched his move while you're on the bench, because the first time you're on base, you have to study it there.
Tyler with the good lead. Swing and a miss. Boy, and Flores has no hesitation of throwing anywhere. He wanted to pump that one down to first.
Cruz, and I was really watching this time because the last time he had him up there, he got him in this situation and he threw him a 2-2 curveball. This time he comes with a high hard one, and Jacob's thinking of that curveball solo shot if he gets thrown out at second.
Hit toward the hole and through into left field. Mariani with the dive couldn't flag it down, and runners at first and second will come up with a chance to get his club back in the ball game. They're down 4-0 in the fourth. He grounded a single to right leading off the second inning.
But this is the thinking that goes on between these guys. I just got the fastball. Am I going to look for the curveball? What's he going to do now?
Fastball in the corner struck him out. 4, and now faces Damon Lemby, who grounded a Gutierrez his first time up.
And he got Lemby on a cue shot. That ground ball to Gutierrez's first time up was on a change and hit right on the end of the bat. When some pitches, you watch, if you're a left-handed hitter, watch the preceding left-handed hitter.
Here's the 0-1 hit towards short. Rich Hills with the easy force to Gutierrez. And another threat dies for Arizona State. We have played 4 full innings at the College World Series. The Sooners by 4.
Dribbler, because they know he's not overpowering. They have to go up there looking for breaking stuff early in the count.
Minor slaps it toward the hole. Diving stop by Delnos, throws him out. Pretty play. Todd Delnos. One and 2 to Rich Hill. That was up, and he spanked it to left field. Take you back to the second inning when Chip Glass, with the wind blowing dead in from center field, really hit it well over the right field wall for a home run. His second of the series. The first was an inside the park job. He also has a single today. 4 for 11 and has played some pretty defensive center field. Runner goes. The throw too high. Hit through the diving Delnos. They'll send Hills. Here's the throw. He's out by 10 feet. Scott Shores had him measured.
The same kind of base hit that he got last time, a sharp base hit into right field. I was watching the runner all the way. Shores had the ball right when he got to third base. I couldn't believe it when Larry Koshel sent him. We talked about this earlier, and he is out by plenty.
That is the 22nd outfield assist and the 9th this year for Scott Shores. He leads everybody. McGonigal had 8. Jacob Cruz with 5.
Arm from foul tips on catcher Todd Katie.
This one's hit to straightaway center field. An easy play for Jacob Cruz. So Oklahoma threatens but does not score in the 5th. And after 4.5, it's still 4-0 Sooners. He's just gunned down everybody. Now they won't run on him.
Yeah, they're daring him. I can understand Larry Koshel's thinking.
Hit hard toward the pole and left. Home run. Billy McGonigal, who has been such a star with his glove, hooks one inside the foul pole. And Arizona State has its first run for the left fielder. To see these home run bats again.
This could be the spark that they've been looking for. A great defensive play, taking the Oklahoma Sooners out of a potential big inning.
Delnos, who reached when he was hit by a pitch his first trip.
Well, the seniors are elevating their play. Scott Shores, the senior in right, and the senior in left, Billy McGonigal.
Their individual pursuits.
Here's the pitch to McGonigal. To be a fastball in the inner part of the plate. And that's the pitch that McGonigal's been hitting predominantly. And you can see, boy, that's a fence scraper.
1 run to show for it. 1 and 2 to Delnos, popped up on the infield. Gutierrez takes it. There's one gone. 4 straight pitches.
Or he was taking a pitch. Like you say, either way, it's not very aggressive.
The 3-1 pitch is hit into left center field. Here comes Glass. He'll get there. And Benton will have to retreat to first. Tyler has some power, too, even though he's the number 4 hitter and only has 4 homers on the season. Had shoulder surgery and is really just getting the strength in that shoulder back.
Get a look at the sign, fastball away.
Struck him out. So the inning starts on a very promising note for Arizona State, but they get only 1 at the end of 5. Still trail Oklahoma 4-1. To worry in the Arizona State dugout as we go to the 9th inning. They are down 4-1 in their bid to stay alive in the College World Series and take this to a rematch tomorrow. But Oklahoma has other ideas. 4-12-1, 1-6-1 for Arizona State. And Travis Gribbler remains on the hill for Arizona State. He's done a nice job out of the bullpen. Minor, Javier Flores, and then back to the top of the order for Oklahoma. Oh, right in the back of the helmet.
Oh, I was ducking up here, as you could hear me flinching, I think. But
now that sounded like a wooden bat.
I tell you what, when you hit a 6'7" guy, that's really wild.
Minor gets a pass the hard way, and now everybody's going to come out and talk to Gribbler. Our storyline from the College World Series in Omaha with Oklahoma on top of Arizona 4-1. Glass 3 out of 4 has the home run, a couple of RBIs, a couple of nice running catches. Redmond has gone 8 innings, scattered 6 hits, given up only the solo home run, and Gutierrez flawless at second base and 2 hits at the plate. And a new pitcher, Noah Peary. And we have seen him in every game of the College World Series that they've played. And, Fred, he's been impressive.
Yeah, he's a big, tall, lanky guy, and he has just been dominating when he's come in. I mean, you look at that ERA, .96. That's obscene. And, you know, he does it from the sidewinder style, and he can intimidate right-handed hitters. Plus, you know, left-handers don't hit that well off him either. I mean,
Javier Flores. Probably up there to sacrifice. Williamson thinks so at third. And he bunts it toward first base. Peary will go to first. The sacrifice works, and Minor down to second base. Ryan Minor represents a big run down at.
You really have to, as a right-handed hitter, you almost have to think right field here.
Struck him out. 3 today, 3 for 10 in the College World Series. Hits it a long way back. It's gone. Darvin Traylor with his 7th home run of the year. It's 6-1 Oklahoma. And the fans are up and celebrating.
He could limp around the bases on that baby. That's one of the few balls that we've seen Noah Peary even had it hit sharply. I mean, he just hasn't given up anything. Maybe finally taken effect.
And he hits Gutierrez, and Gutierrez doesn't like it at all, and the umpire throws him out of the ball game. Dan Peterson comes out and says, "You're gone."
An off-speed breaking ball. And Gutierrez thought about it. You know, his initial reaction was to get upset. But then he said, wait a minute, you know, break the ball, yeah.
And that's what Bill Kinneberg is saying.
Umpires trying to control the game in deference to what we see in the big leagues. But, you know, this is a breaking ball.
Just
let the guys play baseball, you know.
We'll take a break and be back in a minute. the new pitcher is Eric Vindiola, as Peary has been tossed.
It's interesting that Peary's on the bench. If you get tossed in the big leagues, you can't hang around and watch the continuation of the game. Here you get a look at senior Eric Vindiola, his stats. He's deceptive. He has a deceptive fastball because of his motion as you watch him pitch.
And boy, it's quiet on the Arizona State side of the field, in the dugout and in the stands. They know they're in a whole lot of trouble right here. Fastball inside 1 and 2.
Fans are giving it to the umpire right now because the pitch was inside. They want this pitcher thrown out as well.
Popped up. Del Nos back on the outfield grass. And that's it. But Oklahoma gets a pair of insurance runs, and big ones they could be. The Sooners lead it 6-1 going to the bottom of the ninth. Arizona State down to its last 3 outs. In the bottom of the ninth, they trail Oklahoma 6-1. And that is Mark Redmond's proud father, who has seen his son scatter 6 hits over 8 innings. And he is looking very good to win his second World Series game. Williamson, Lemby, and McGonigal. Williamson 2 for 3, bottom of the ninth. 3 for 4. Boy, he has swung the bat beautifully and has 9 hits in 16 trips. The young man who was recruited hard by Arizona State was going to go there, ends up at Oklahoma. Popped up. Lemby appears to have a play. And he made sure.
You know, Mike, just when you saw that pop-up by Lemby, you know, he came into this game hitting .364, and he pops up this ball in the 9th inning. Tells me that Mark Redmond still has plenty of pop on that fastball. That a left-hander throws to a right-hander down and in. Well, where exactly are you going to hit it?
It's exactly where he did.
Yeah, it's very difficult to keep that ball fair unless you inside out it. And if you do that, you're just going to hit a flare to the right side.
1 and 2. Struck him out.
Game.
Hit to third. Mariani. Oklahoma advances to the national championship game. And Mark Redmond gives up 7 hits and wins it 6-1. 6-13-1 for the Sooners. 1-7-1 for Arizona State. Redmond, only his second complete game of the season, but his second straight win here in Omaha. Quite a performance by him.
You can't say enough about the pitching performance of Mark Redmond. We've seen him twice. He's dominated both games against quality hitting ball clubs. We mentioned earlier in the series that Arizona State came in here hitting .330 as a ball club. They just started getting hot with the 3, 4, 5 hitters. And then they had to face Mark Redmond, and he just shut them down completely.
We'll be back to Omaha to talk a little more about this ball game in just a moment. Undefeated, they win their bracket, and they will go against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets for the championship. Mark Redmond, our pitcher of the game, the player of the game from Reebok. 1 run, 6 strikeouts, yielded only 7 hits. Let's check in with Larry Conley. Larry?
Thanks, Mike. I'm here with Mark Redmond. Let me see here. 16 innings, 3 earned runs, and 17 strikeouts in the College World Series. You sell popcorn, too?
No, I mean, I just had to pursue my goal out here and go out with courage and everything, establish my pitches and get ahead of batters.
Mark, you seemed a lot stronger today even than the Auburn game.
Well, actually, the Auburn game was performance-wise was better. You know, today I just had to go out there and get us to the championship game. That's what my job was today, and Coach wanted me to go out there so we wouldn't have to play tomorrow and use up a lot of our pitchers. And Saturday we're going to go in real loose like we've been playing these last 3 games and go in and play Georgia Tech real tight, and and we're going to go out and give Georgia Tech a hard time.
You didn't waver at all in your confidence at all today, even when you gave up that 1 run. You seemed like you had control of everything out there on the mound.
Yeah, that's only 1 run. I mean, they're not going to hit 3 of them like that off me, and I just had to go out there and establish my fastball and just go out and do my thing.
How about the next game coming up? Do you know much about Georgia Tech? Obviously, if they need you in a spot situation, you'd be there to help them.
Yeah, I'll be there in case like a lefty comes up to bat and coach thinks I should go ahead and pitch against them. But we played them early in the year and I pitched against them, and they're a good hit and ball club and everything like that. And we'll go out there and just do our good job out there and establish our game.
Okay, great. Congratulations and good luck to you on Saturday. Okay.
All right, Larry Conley has the winning coach. Larry?
Larry Cochelle, obviously you're well set up now going to the championship game against Georgia Tech. This is a club you know pretty well.
We played them early in the year in the Disneyland tournament, and we've seen them here, and they're an outstanding ball club. Should be a good game.
Well, you've got one of your big aces going, another left-hander, Lovenger. Is he ready?
He's ready, or we may go with the right-hander, Larry. We're not sure what we're doing, but we got Buckles we didn't use today, and he'll be rested, and we could get 4 or 5 innings out of him.
Quick comment about Redmond's performance today. I thought he was just terrific.
Oh, he was terrific. He had great command of his fastball location. He threw that change in there to set up the fastball and make good pitches. They got the home run. 4-1, he comes back and strikes the next guy out. We don't make the pop fly. He comes back and it's tough. He pitched outstanding.
Great. Larry, good luck to you on Saturday. All right.
Thank you.
Mike, Freddie, I've enjoyed it, guys.
We have too, Larry. Thank you very much. For many of these kids, it is the thrill of a lifetime to be here in Omaha. Many will not go on to play professional baseball. The bat of Chip Glass, igniting the Oklahoma offense with his home run, and Mark Redmond made it all stand up with another sensational pitching performance. For Fred Lynn and Larry Connolly and our entire ESPN crew, this is Mike Patrick. We thank you for watching the College World Series from Omaha.